Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Confucius. You are poisoning both your own soul and the soul of the person you seek revenge against, because you will both meet the same end. We've all made serious mistakes in one way or another, possibly by those we care about, our family, friends, acquaintances, etc. However, getting even with these folks can be your downfall. They may have earned it, but eventually it will come back to bite you. Try to put the incident out of your mind so you can forgive the offender. Alternately, attempt to imagine yourself in the other person's position. Make it clear to them how you are unique from them. Keep in mind that you were the one who committed the dreadful act. Nobody is perfect. The wisest course of action is to repay someone who has wronged you with a kind deed. Although it may be difficult, keep in mind that in the long run, you are also saving yourself. Paying back evil with more evil will only turn you into an evil person. In order to avoid further harm to yourself, refrain from seeking retribution. Leave the battle for God to fight. You've gotta dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. William W. Perky. Life is full of risks, but for some taking risks is a scary situation. You are not actually living if you spend your time thinking about what other people think of you or wondering if they will see or hear what you are doing. Instead, you are staying hidden and passing up some of life's greatest pleasures. What does it matter if you dance about a little at the store when your favorite music starts playing? Who cares if your neighbor down the street hears you singing inaudibly in the shower? Don't be frightened to put yourself out there, the outcomes can astound you greatly. Do not let concern for others' opinions or fear of being harmed prevent you from experiencing love or from laughing aloud. Even if you run the risk of falling or getting wounded, some risks in life are worthwhile. Before attempting the monkey bars or sliding down for the first time, kids don't stop to consider the possible outcomes. Instead, they focus solely on enjoying the moment. We frequently lose our youthful enthusiasm as we age, but this does not have to be the case. Utilize your time on this world as much as possible. Never let anything prevent you from singing, dancing, and living life to the fullest. You would simply be deceiving yourself if you did that. Being happy never goes out of style. Lily Pulitzer. Everybody wants to be happy, and research shows that happiness boosts immunity, speeds up wound healing, and promotes long-term health. Since happy people tend to attract other happy people, happiness never goes out of style. When you are comfortable and cheerful, you tend to hang out with people who feel the same. Before you can be happy, you don't need to do anything. No matter what is happening in their lives, everyone has the right to happiness. Everyone is dealing with one problem or another. If we decide to wait to be joyful until those issues are resolved, the world will be a depressing place. Happiness is a mental state. By reflecting on certain fortunate events in your life, you can choose to maintain your happiness. You alone, not anyone else, decide whether or not you're happy. Accept everything that is happening in your life right now because certain things are beyond your control. Once you've done this, you won't experience any worry or anxiety. Instead, you will be able to speak your mind with assurance. All this can only happen if you choose to make yourself happy. Silence is one of the greatest arts of conversation. Marcus Tullius Cicero. It is better to listen and understand before starting a conversation. The importance of communication in daily life cannot be overstated. To exchange ideas, thoughts, and feelings about situations, we communicate with others. But it is rather common for people to rush into a conversation without having a thorough understanding of the circumstances. In addition to remaining silent, quiet has mental effects. You won't be able to understand a talk better or listen to it with superior listening skills if your mind isn't in a healthy state. We interact with people throughout our lives, and occasionally these interactions result in heated disputes that leave us feeling very upset and compelled to lash out at the other person. However, maintaining silence can help to settle the situation. Sincere silence can be quite tough to maintain, but if you are aware of when to use it, you can avoid awkward situations. Our minds and our brains can both focus heavily on whatever discussion we are having when we are silent. Don't forget, though, that silence has a lot of power, so use it wherever you can to ensure you get the best comprehension and make your point. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Eleanor Roosevelt. Small-mindedness prevents you from concentrating on great things, since you are preoccupied with pointing out flaws and criticizing others. Being willing to step outside of your comfort zone and be open to hearing thoughts, ideas, and beliefs that differ from your own is essential if you want to have a great mind. The greatest minds of all time didn't waste their valuable time talking about the neighbor down the street or spreading the rumors and slander that were going around. These men and women were conversing about fresh and original concepts, frequently concepts that would advance man and improve the world. They had no time to care about who was quarreling, who was having fun, or who had bad habits or poor cleanliness. Utilize your thoughts to the fullest and aim to be better than average. Don't concern yourself with small and petty things. Don't you worry your pretty little mind. People always throw rocks at things that shine. Mark Twain. Don't you worry your pretty little mind. A rock is always thrown towards something shiny. Someone hurling rocks or insults at you indicates that they are jealous of you and that you have done something to catch their attention. Individuals may try to discredit you if you stand out from the crowd, because many individuals find it difficult to acknowledge that their lives are devoid of accomplishments. They grow envious of your accomplishments and seek to bring you down, so that you experience the same level of inner emptiness that they do. When individuals are mean and nasty, stand up and refuse to listen instead of paying heed to these negative Nellies. They might feel short-lived gratification from being cruel, but you will experience long-lasting fulfillment from knowing that you went above and above. You wouldn't be living up to your full potential if no one ever recognized you, and you constantly blended into the background. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle. In our technologically driven age, information spreads like wildfire on many of our social media platforms. It's crucial to keep in mind that the ability to entertain a concept without accepting it is a sign of an informed mind, especially in these times when misleading information is being spread. Everyone has experienced a situation where they are browsing a social media website and see that a new story is circulating the site. It could seem wise to react to this information, take it in, or even spread it to others. The educated individual, on the other hand, takes their time thinking about this knowledge. When you read this quote, it implores you to pause and consider the material without having to react. When you listen to what someone else has to say without responding in any manner, you exhibit the most character. You don't have to agree with someone else's viewpoint out of obligation, and you don't have to debate them either. Listening to this quote can allow you to demonstrate to people that you accept, appreciate, and are your own person. Everyone has a right to their own opinions. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. John F. Kennedy. Everyone should strive to be more attentive of their actions, and doing so requires daily conscious thought. The rule of life is change. Furthermore, those who solely focus on the past or the present will undoubtedly miss the future. We all have memories from the past that weigh on us, but what good does this worry do for us now? Nothing, which is why mindfulness is so crucial. We undergo change every day that will carry us from one duty to the next, and the journey itself is far more significant than the individual stages. When this life is through, you won't be thinking about the minor adjustments you made. Instead, you'll reflect on the routes you ultimately took. You will miss where you are headed if you aren't focused on what is happening right now. Being conscious of your daily behavior will improve your ability to see the future more clearly. Spend today concentrating on the here and now and your future goals. You'll have a more fulfilling life and play a bigger part in shaping it if you adopt this way of thinking. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. Robert Byrne. Life is a priceless gift that should be cherished rather than thrown away or wasted. Each day should begin with a purpose that serves as a directive and a roadmap for getting you to your desired destination. Will you be proud or ashamed of what you accomplished with the life that God has given you when your time on earth is through and you look back on it? Many folks roam around aimlessly throughout their days with no particular destination in mind. Some of history's greatest figures achieved greatness by devoting every waking hour to achieving their objectives. Thomas Edison, Madame Curie, and many other well-known personalities all had a reason for living, which fueled their ambition and drive for success. Each person has the power to improve the world by assisting others and creating a better environment for all, but only if they lead a good and meaningful life. Instead of wasting your time idly playing video games or searching the internet for amusing videos, get out there and make a difference, so that when you look back, you will know that your life actually mattered. Only I can change my life. No one can do it for me. Carol Burnett. I am the captain of my own ship. Nobody else determines my fate or where I end up. This is something that only I can manage. People moan about their lives far too often and wish they could change them, but they do little to make things better. Even when they are unhappy, these people are satisfied to simply drift along. The decision as to when and what in my life should change must come from me alone. Start small with minor changes, and this will help get the ball rolling. It is all up to me if I want a new existence. Nobody can just appear and grant my wishes. I am accountable for my actions and the results I get.